So, last time, you all
Disappointment is immeasurable.
spoke to a shut-in who
Authority.
seemed to have an immediate crush on Saber.
Yes.
And then you left the Sepian Hold and traveled up into the mountains to the north, kind of north, around the circle. And you encountered a water elemental that was forming out of melted ice and then striking at you. And turning into a whirlpool beneath your feet.
Hey.
And then Saber was dominated by a asteroid, the one that you encountered in space on the satellite yesterday, I think that was. No, it was today.
No time loop days have occurred. No full time loop days.
And after knocking Saber unconscious, or during the combat with Saber, you were attacked by a couple of people who were in the room next to where Saber was. And we return with them continuing to attack.
Is that true? I'm fairly certain at the end of the last
Oh
session.
yeah. They
called me a
surrendered.
Robodragon, and they surrendered.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they lost their shit.
That's right. Yeah.
They
fell
off.
Yeah, they look very confused at the moment.
Yeah. So we just started. They basically joined in the scuffle out of confusion, and then once Saber was neutralized, and then we turned our attention to them, then they threw up their hands pretty quickly. I mean,
Yeah.
Elizabeth doesn't have any problem with no longer fighting.
Fucking mechanical keyboard.
Sorry.
Impressive. Impressive.
Saber is impressed by your mechanical keyboard.
So Elizabeth will wipe off the condensation on the inside of her mech suit to kind of get a better look at these people. What do they look like?
Gabe?
I am on push to talk. They look like they're dressed in leather clothing, some like almost leather armor. It looks like.
Yeah, one of them is a sword, right?
One of them was using a great axe.
An axe.
And the other one is using basically a sap. And they're sort of just watching you now, kind of confused. One of them, this guy named Carver, or who was called Carver, the guy with a great axe has he's this well-built, dark-skinned man with close-cut hair that just has the thinnest bits of curls showing, and he's just eyeing the group with this holding back some sort of battle fury or something. He's tense at the moment. And the guy behind him is this weaselly looking man with greasy black hair and that runs long down his back, and he has an arc pistol that doesn't seem to match with the rest of his clothes and technology level.
Yeah, this is weird.
They're kitted out like Legends of Galactic Heroes characters.
One last question. Can I just kind of see if they have any other technology on them just immediately? Weren't they like working with computers?
You can see past Carver. It does look like they were messing with a computer in the back of the room. But you can just see like there's like a text document open, and there's like a bunch of different like just gibberish typed out.
Huh. Now that is strange. Elizabeth will disassemble the weapon on her powered gauntlet, turn to Ajori and say, it seems that there's potentially a temporal anomaly on these people. They don't seem to have the same technology level of us. And our research on this, anybody who spoke quorum and also weren't from our time period. Could you convey to them that we don't mean them any harm?
I can try, but they
he's
do seem
gonna-
scared of me.
Is Saber stable?
I don't know if they actually would have spoken quorum.
Oh,
point.
okay.
They might be speaking something else. Let me see your guys' languages.
That is absolutely perfectly intelligible. I really didn't know what to fill out with the languages.
Okay, obviously there is not in. Oh, wait, no, I did say Indonesia was the only fucking.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
I mean, obviously I was joking, but whatever.
Yeah.
Deep Prismatica lore. I hope everyone in the back's paying attention.
Say hello, everyone.
Probably, they first tried out a language that you guys wouldn't understand. There's no Triaxian. Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I posted the languages. There
Okay.
is specific languages for this world.
All right. Let me.
I thought you like literally asked me that, and I was.
Wait, where is it? Was it? Would this be in the? Would this
It's-
be in pinned? Or?
Okay, let me read it out for you, Al, and for the audience at home. Common languages: Quorum Common, Kasath, the Song, Painter. I speak the Song / Trox / whatever you want to call it. Then we've also got Old Tongue, Universal Constant, Shadow Speech, Border World Polyglot, Mendicant Hand Signs, and Trade Speech. And that's it.
Ah, okay.
Those are our
I
options.
yeah. I may have made a mistake where I wanted to like have the Trox language, but I realized but I understand if that
It
doesn't
is
seem-
the song. Yeah, you can put that
Yeah.
in.
Okay.
It's one of the common languages anyway.
Okay, Yeah, I meant I think I was looking at
What was your intelligence when you first made the character?
It was always 3. Bonus of 3.
You should have 5
I've-
languages then.
Whoa, okay. Did not realize.
So you should have Quorum Common. You should have Painter, because those are your languages that you just automatically get. Because Painter is human.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wanted the song, so that's 3, and then you can choose 2 more. So do that
2
now, and tell me what you.
Let's do trade speech. Maybe one of my parents taught me.
That would make sense. Trade speech would make sense.
What is universal constant? Oh wait, actually they say right here. Language outsiders and dragons. Okay, probably not that one.
It is formed from the fundamental mathematics that make up understanding the universe.
Oh, I'm not that smart.
Yeah.
Mendicants, trade speech, old tongue. Yeah, maybe mendicant hand signs, but very poorly because Zos could have taught me while we were in college.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have the requisite hands to do
But
it
I could
properly, but you can like account for it.
Yeah, I could say like, please, thank you, nearest restaurant. I could understand
No.
when
You
he said that.
you can convey information. It's just you don't have the same tact and like speed as
Yeah. Okay,
as
that's fine.
a Kasathan.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll-
so actually Zos is the only one who understands their first attempt at speech. And then Zos will say something. Oh no, Zara would as well. Zos and Zara will sort of converse with them for like a second, and they will switch into the song, which I think most of you know.
I at least know that now. I had
Zos
them down.
doesn't, but that's okay because he's not here.
Yeah. Saber probably doesn't either.
You know, Gabe, just assign random languages for me.
Well,
It's not that hard to just fucking. There's not that many choices.
It's on the Roll20.
Okay.
do you want me to read them again, Jack?
It's probably.
Where's
not.
the? Oh, there it
There
is.
you go.
Okay.
It's in lore. I mean,
Yeah, I was
Thank
looking on the Discord. I couldn't do it, so yeah, it's.
Oh yes, L for lore.
yeah. So this guy is gonna say, "I am a knight of a fallen Avalier.
Oh, Avnir. Would that be?
You do not. Nobody has any chance of knowing what that is. It's far too old.
None of the records.
And he'll say, "You bring with you a singer.
Indeed.
Where is their guardian?"
It has been a long time since any of my kind had powers meriting any such protection.
He like looks at you for a moment, like, "What are you talking about?"
The power of both singing and listening has been lost for a long time. I have only just begun rediscovering the latter, but, well, it seems to have been gone for as long as 1,000 years at this point, and for the song and its power for singing. Well, if I said the collapse, that would probably mean nothing to you, since you seem to be from before it. 10,000 years. A very long time, indeed.
The collapse.
Yes. Hang on while I pull up the lore document on it.
He's gonna say,
There is no lore document.
"The collapse is a long time ago. Now,
Are you still talking, Gabe?
no, he's asking you a question. He's like, the collapse is a long time ago now."
Yes. As I said, 10,000 years.
Ugh.
So it
Well-
was recent for you.
Yes. My companion here, and gestures over. This is Dav. Dav will raise a hand and says, "Yes, my name is Dav. I'm I was a catalyst, one of the rhythm knights. I served as a porter here when they were building this structure
So, Elizabeth is
see.
getting a wide-eyed. So
Obviously, Rainsong is gone now. It's done something strange to this place. You say
The loop.
you are from the future.
Yes.
No, I
well,
think it's-
from your perspective. To
it's that
us,
you're from the past.
yes.
This whole. Are you familiar with the anomaly that afflicts this planet, this structure?
No, I don't really understand all that science-y nonsense.
Oh, it's
Elizabeth
it's
will
quite simple to
scowl
understand.
when hearing sciencey nonsense.
If anyone who spends more than a week here gets stuck in a loop, repeating the same day, if they are killed, to my understanding, they come back exactly as they were at the start of the day. And if they are removed, they will nonetheless reappear where they were. So, you have essentially been living the same day for the last 10,000 years. Give or take.
Make a diplomacy check. This guy is not going to believe you very easily.
Well,
Can I ask-
Gabe.
Okay.
Yes, apparently he is. He's going to say, you trucks tend to be honest, sometimes to a fault. I believe you.
So we're talking to people that lived on this place before the collapse, and they can talk to us.
Well,
I certainly believe I can talk to you. I do happen to be doing so.
that seems to be what's happening,
I'm
Elizabeth.
I'm sorry. I just, from all the information that we had gathered from before, I just assumed that, well, the records show that people on this planet from before the anomaly haven't had any form of successful communication with the Quorum, our people, from to you guys, the future. But here we are. You can understand us. You know the language of the Trox, of the song.
Of course I know the song. It's ancient tongue.
Suppose. But, well, this is just not what I expected, that's all. Kind of
The
exciting.
catalysts are guardians. Before I lost the song, and he looks down in his hands.
What do you mean you lost it?
It was woven into the boar
The boar.
to
by that
seal
do you mean? Ah, yes.
to seal the black one away.
And so now it's inaccessible.
Yes.
That explains it. That's why. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But
Wait. I don't follow. What does he mean, Azure?
it means that my people's power is what seals the negative, what seals null.
Oh.
As long as that power holds and remains, so too, hopefully, should the seal. Clearly it's not perfect. I have been...
It's not perfect.
Well, there have...
Also, you say your people's power. It was not just your people's. The song was everyone's.
I certainly have not heard of that. There are... Well, everyone else, all the other races aside, I suppose, from androids, whom you likely don't know anything about. The other races found other powers.
No, they androids actually do. They have the powers of the universe. So vanguards and Solarians
Right.
are androids.
Okay. So yeah, the other races, they have other powers, other abilities, but I suppose they must have found them or picked them up after the loss of the song, but we Trox, we singers, never did. We have come to see ourselves, in a sense, as relics. Just an echo of what once was. And with the discovery of new power, I suppose the old powers were forgotten. For us, we only had that memory to cling on to.
Well,
It is as well.
I tell you this, there was a time when your kind could wield Chromatica. Everyone could. Everyone could wield every power.
That
Elizabeth will lean
sounds
over to
amazing,
Saber.
but
Oh,
I wielded the song myself when I was Rhythm Knight.
I suppose that would probably have something to do with Zara being the polyprismat. Yes, it would make sense, since the song is part of what seals Null, and the polyprismat coincides with Null trying to get out and starting to succeed. Then perhaps, as the seal weakens,
You have one of the traitors among you, and he reaches for his baton again, and he looks among you.
What do you mean,
wait.
Explain.
Prismat. They did not give up all of their power.
So that is why. Interesting.
Zara looks very surprised at this.
That would explain why they retained it. Yes. However, it is...
If you say you have a polyprismat with you,
yes.
I'm not aware of this subject.
Most prismats, perhaps differently from how it was in your time, can only wield one color. A polyprismat can wield any, and all.
Just to be clear, they can wield two colors.
Oh, two, okay.
They can't wield all three
Okay.
primaries and all of their mixes.
Uh,
He's gonna like eye among you, and he's gonna start stepping forward. And the guy with the axe goes like holds out a hand and says, "Calm yourself, Dav. These people have been very kind to us. Much time has passed. This person is not responsible."
Indeed. And now, the prismats have made it their personal responsibility to maintain the seal, to kill the creatures of the void that spawn from the boar. Though, I'm sure you personally feel that if they had sacrificed all of their power, there would be no need to do so.
So, if you don't mind me asking, this... You spoke of it being imperfect.
Yes.
Has it been broken open before?
Let me just check the lore document so I am actually accurate this time.
As far as you're aware, 1,000 years.
Yeah. 1,000 years ago, it was nearly completely broken, but the polyprismat at the time managed to re-establish the seal, and in doing so sacrificed himself. Though it seems to be weakening again. Zara, at least, believes that the arrival or discovery or manifestation of a polyprismat is related to the weakening of the seal.
Yes, it does seem to coincide. And this even supports that.
Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. As the seal weakens, the restrictions on what was once the power of old should weaken as well, since the loss of that power is what's keeping the seal together. If it starts slipping away, if people start manifesting those powers, then it's probably not the cause, but a symptom of the sort of the fabric of the seal being chipped away at. The harmony starting to disassociate.
And if that's the case, perhaps I should search for a way.
Perhaps, but there are too many unknowns right now. There is the possibility that the Prismats made the right decision when you were, well, supposed to be alive and not stuck in this loop, and that no matter how, even if all of them had given up all of their power to the seal, it still would have been imperfect.
I gotta walk my dog.
You do that.
But, yeah, I'll be back.
We will think.
So how many languages should I have if I have 14 ints?
4.
Be 4, yeah.
4, okay.
Painter, Foreign Common, then 2 others. As you may have seen in the chat, I recommended you take Trade Speech because that is the language of the Piloting Guild.
I took that one and Border World Polyglot. I was tempted to take Shadow Speech, but
I was honestly expecting you to. I'm surprised.
if I could not take Painter, I would take Shadow Speech.
Yeah, if Ajori was actually smart and not just average brain, I would have taken Old Tongue.
Ooh.
But
Yeah, that's a good one.
as mentioned, normal brain, not good brain.
Yeah.
I can only do so much thinkies before my head hurt.
I don't know. I would have expected universal constant.
I don't. Jack, did you read the full thing of Universal Constant?
Yeah.
You need an
You said
intelligence.
if you had good brain instead of normal brain.
If I had an 18 int, I'd be taking Old Tongue, Universal Constant, and Border World Polyglot.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like.
So I successfully read you.
Yes. Actually, I was missing one out of that. I probably would have also taken Painter, just for communication purposes. Yeah, God damn.
Oh god, I'm gonna take Shadow Speech. You gotta delete Border World Polyglot from that.
Well, I mean, I think you'd have to discuss that with Gabe, because it does say
That's true.
known exclusively by orange prismats and those who serve the negative.
Yeah.
So you would have to, like,
I guess I'll have it. The question is Shadow Speech discussed on Prismatica 8chan?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think if for you to know it, like, you knowing it, I think would be a significant backstory element.
I guess so. Yeah.
So I would think at least that
that would be something you would want to discuss with Gabe, like, during character creation, not now.
Yeah, Border World Polygon it is then.
Like, obviously I'm not a GM, but I know that if I was running any game really, and there was a language that's, like, here's what it is. It's like if you've got a Lord of the Rings RPG, right, and you've got a character that knows the black speech of Mordor, or whatever it was properly called, that's a pretty fucking important element to that character and their backstory. And it's got some pretty big implications for, the character's relation to the plot. And like it is one of those things where, like, without discussing it with the GM, it throws too many wrenches into things. And if you do discuss it with the GM, it still throws a lot of wrenches into things, but it's the party's shit that it's throwing wrenches into instead of the GM's shit.
I guess so, yeah.
What's going on?
Just discussing, like, Jack was having second thoughts about taking Border World Polyglot and saying he wanted to take Shadow Speech instead, and I said that that's probably something that you should have passed by Gabe during character creation if you were going to do that. Because it's kind of the evil language.
Yeah, I mean, it is... I did almost, I think, specifically say not to play an evil character, but then you did. But, I mean, it's fine. It's ended up okay, so I don't really care that much.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at playing evil characters.
Well, I mean, just specifically on the subject of the language, like, it feels like, that has so many potential story implications and story complications that it's something that you'd want to be running with from the start, rather than just...
It would be helpful, but I also am okay with if you take it. So, feel free to take it.
Jack,
feel free to
you've
take
gotten
it.
GM approval. I will stop talking against it.
Oh my, okay. Shadow Speech, I just think it would just lend... It would open up so many... It opens a big door.
Oh, yeah. It opens a big door for you to get executed by the orange Prismats. Okay.
And I hope those piloting guild lawyers are good.
Those piloting guild lawyers are not that good.
Oh no. I hope my search history... I hope I didn't forget to turn my VPN on.
They'd probably forcibly unbond you and then kill you, because they don't want to hurt Zara.
Yeah. Jack, who do you think made the VPN?
Some guy on 4chan.
But was he a plant, Jack?
That's true. They were probably Fed posting, as it is referred to.
Of course you know what it's referred to, of course.
I knew what it was referred to.
Fucking did, because I don't go into that corner of the internet.
I know about it from leftist stuff, not right-wing people.
I don't go into either of those corners of the internet. Like,
he's just so Ben is very unbased.
Not based. Not based.
I can't help it. I use the internet for actual information, not for opinion.
He's not based part A or based part B.
He's based part C.
He's C for cringe.
I was about to say part Q, just pulling a random letter out of my ass, but then I realized, wait a second.
Wait.
Base part Q is too based.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Far too based.
Quasi-pilled.
More like far too right. Get it? That's right wing.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Beyond.
Anyway.
Bring the
I wanna just say that this show does not condone any far right positions.
Quite the opposite.
You think any of this
Oh,
is being
God, no.
left in?
let's be clear. Yeah.
We are all left-wing nut jobs, although I am probably the least left-wing here.
That might be true. I don't know. Anyways,
God knows.
God only knows. What is the point in saying who's more left wing? It's fucking
Nothing.
stupid.
It's just a virtue signaling dick measuring contest.
Anyways, we're gonna have So these people are sort of watching you, and Dav is much more like threatened, I think, by your presence. Even though Carver is like way more injured by attacks that
Yeah.
you gave him.
Okay.
But they definitely are. Dav has been lowered from a hostile to unfriendly from the earlier diplomacy check.
Oh, if it was to improve attitude.
Oh, you have a bonus?
Well, no. I've got this. I mean, I have to declare it beforehand. But yeah.
Does it cost anything?
Yes. I have to forego my expertise die.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is a big deal.
Well, you can make another check if you want, because you've been talking for long enough.
Okay. I will do that. Hang on, I have to...
But Carver is down to fucking what is it? The thing that isn't unfriendly. It's one below. I think it's indifferent.
Neutral or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's indifferent.
Alright,
It's
so...
indifferent.
31, and yep, it did work. There is no expertise die in there. Awesome.
Okay, so Carver is now helpful, and Dab is friendly. At least for a little while. They will say. So Dev will say. Well, obviously we can't get there in a day, but we do know where some some people who might have some information for you if you're interested. There's a city nearby that was being built. I think it's around 20 days by foot, but
20 days by... Okay. Well,
I mean, when I had my porter powers, I could get there in a second, but...
Well, we have modes of transit that are quite a bit faster than foot, so it should not take too long for us.
And I know we've been asking a lot of questions. You mentioned this porter power. What is that? I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that.
I was a gate runner. It was the Order of the Gate Runners. One of the groups that could bond conceptuals. We were guardians. My specific order, the gate runners, guarded pathways. So we guarded the roads and protected merchant caravans. But my specific section, we were called porters. We could teleport great distances, create gates for moving groups of people through. We were porters. We carried. great distances.
Wow, that is incredible. I mean, short-range teleportation is a observed form of magic in our time, but I've never heard anything like a guardian order. Well, I have to say, all of this information has been truly helpful. I really appreciate you understanding that we're not your enemy and helping us on this very uh, nebulous situation.
Just be glad you didn't meet a will shaper. Those people are way more distrustful than I am.
Well,
So, named
case,
their
thank you.
powers?
No, we all burned.
All of them.
We all burned song.
So it was like a form of song, is what you're saying.
Yes, we ate it. Singers molded it with their voice. Catalysts, we consumed it, used it to catalyze things. For most of us, it was our reaction speed. It was sped up, healing, our wounds repaired almost instantly. And then our conceptuals allowed us to catalyze other things. Time walkers could speed up time around them or slow down time around them, depending on how skilled they were. Skydroppers could basically allow for objects to be gravitated to specific points in space. You could never figure out how that was spontaneous. And shrug.
So much, all of it's lost.
It seems the song had great power.
Will shapers could catalyze connection. Were to speak with someone for an hour, they could make them feel like they were friends for years. Fate breakers were just impossibly lucky.
Sounds
They were
right from the name.
a great lot was lost when Null was sealed. And that is why I was harsh to your friend. I lost a companion in the ceiling.
That is truly unfortunate.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
And since the seal does not hold as well as it probably should, I will make this promise to you. Within the span of our lifetimes, I, and ideally my companions, will do everything in our power to keep such a sacrifice from ever being needed again. I doubt that there is truly any way to defeat or destroy the negative for good, but we can at least maintain the seal that you all lost so much to create and protect.
Thank you. That is worth something.
Well, regardless, Elizabeth will kind of like snap out of her trance, essentially, in her big suit, and she'll not taking a step forward. She's going to ask a few things of them. So, we met under pretty unique circumstances. I see that
I
you're
would
working...
say.
Yeah. Well, we are pursuing forces of the null. You were talking about the seal, so you're familiar with them and the danger that they pose. I don't know if you've ever heard of an astray. but there is one on this ring, and we are actively pursuing him. I know.
Yes. I'm aware of the asteroid. They were created by some of those that broke. There was a green Prismat who joined the side of Noah and created those creatures.
That would explain where they come from.
Yes. Well, we are working with a scientist from after your time, from the time of Quorum. He believes that we can create a planetary scale tracker in order to find this asteroid and bring it down before it causes any more trouble. Now, the technology required to make a device of this scale should be housed in this research center here. I saw that you're working on the terminals over there. We need to search and find these things and get it back to our scientists before the day resets.
Is that what those are? Terminals? Oh, okay.
Yes, the technology is, of course, 10,000 years beyond what you're accustomed to.
Oh, yes, of course. What am I thinking? Yes. I suppose this is all a lot to take in. I mean, that weapon you have there. You're familiar with the with this plasma pistol? I'll point to the gun he has.
I'm familiar with what a pistol is. I always had powder and balls.
Huh. Wow. So I suppose. Well, regardless. Yes. This facility was built, I suppose, after the anomaly that created the time loop. No, how does that make sense? Elizabeth will trip herself up over her own words.
Hang on. Let me just ask to make sure I'm understanding things, all right, Gabe?
Mm-hmm.
So, things can be, altered and constructed to an extent as long as it's, the person doing it only stays for less than a week at a time, right?
So technically only living things reset.
Yeah, so...
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this facility was constructed by people that came after the time loop. There are a colony of the Quorum on this planet who have now they're caught up in the time loop like yourselves. But we're working with one of their scientists, and we believe that the prerequisite materials are in this facility. We need to bring them back to our man and do this all without getting trapped in the time loops ourselves. I suppose. What do you seek here other than safety, of course?
Well, Carver's speaking up. We were on a. We were leaving. We left the city to gather supplies from out. Well, the outpost didn't look like this when we got here, but we took up safety within the caverns. And I guess for the past, you said 10,000 years?
Roughly, yes.
We've been waking up in that place. He'll lead you over. He shows you a display on this computer that he had up. He drags it over. He very much is confused by how all of it works, but
with a basic computer.
He's figured out, and yeah. So basically, a bunch of different logs start playing of them. There's this research station built up basically to converse with them, and the people who were here researching them do converse with them.
Yeah.
So something either hasn't gotten out somehow, or...
Yeah, that does conflict with what we were told.
Or, maybe something happened to the research station. You're not sure. But you watch this process go on, and they coming out of the same place every day. And the responses eventually end, but there is no indication of what happened from what you can see in the feed.
Well, I suppose learning that you're trapped in a time loop is quite a existential thought. Elizabeth will actually, at this point, she'll like get out of the suit and walk down with them.
No, you're a person.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I guess that's not as really important, but yeah. Hi, Elizabeth. She'll like wave awkwardly. Yes, but I just wanted to come out and say I am truly sorry that you had no choice in all of this. We're going to try to figure out what we can do, and even though you may wake up every day and you won't remember us, I hope someday in the however long, there is a solution to this.
I hope so too. Yes, that would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Just living the same day over and over without even realizing it. I mean, oh, I probably shouldn't. She'll stop herself before she goes any further.
Zara will say, "You look pretty injured. Let me help you out." And she'll walk over to Carver and start to weave colors over his wounds, repairing them.
Well, I guess while we're here, you don't owe us anything, and I would totally understand if you didn't want to, if you wouldn't want to spend your time doing this. But could you help us search the facility for what we need?
Sure, yeah, we'll do that. And Dad looks at him and Carver says, "Dad, you're gonna help him. Come on." And he shrugs and says, "Fine, yes, I'll help."
And perhaps
your friend is still unconscious.
I love being unconscious during this really interesting encounter.
Zara will speak
controlled by the Asteray.
Yes, exactly. We can wake her up, at least for another. Honestly, I don't know how long until we can tie her up and figure out if she actually is herself.
That is... Oh, man. I just thought that'd be a temporary effect. You don't think... I mean, I guess...
It certainly didn't seem like she was willingly attacking us, although it is Saber we're talking about, so it's hard to say where the Asteray's control ended and her usual spitefulness began. But it certainly didn't seem mental, more physical.
I'm gonna have Zara make a mysticism check. Excuse me, give me a second. And she can roll profession artist instead. Yeah. So she this is a dominate person spell. I mean, we can wake her up with healing, but she's going to be affected by the last order for at least a couple days.
Oh God!
Couple of days?
Oh my God!
Yeah, dominate person is days per level.
Jesus Christ!
Now they could wake you up and then beat the shit out of you, and then you can make a new saving throw.
That would be really funny. I think that is the best course forward.
Basically, forever you punch in the face.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the worst thing that we could do is the worst we could. I mean, I don't know what to do. We could separate her from her weapons, and have her still conscious but tied up while we search the facility.
I say I say that we should probably try to find a way to keep her from actually injuring any of us. Maybe...
Here, Zara's gonna do
Oh, actually,
create an object.
I had an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to test out the sparks strength. Could I like take this facility has got tons of scrap metal, right? Couldn't we like basically mold a makeshift bar and have Zos like affix it to a wall?
You
Can you
just
hear
cut
me?
off. I heard
Oh.
have Zos fix it to a wall.
Yeah, have Zos fix it to a wall with his magnetism powers. Basically, just like bend the rail around her so she's not dangerous.
I don't think Zos can permanently do that. He has to like concentrate on it every round.
Okay. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to risk doing a shoddy job and hurting her. So I suppose we can have Zara conjure something up.
Yeah, Zara just conjures chains around her, tight but not too tight. And then pulls her guns away,
Probably for the best.
and any melee weapons on her. And then we'll heal.
Yay!
Hello.
Oh,
Corm to Saber. You doing okay?
what the fuck? Where am I?
So like, I suppose was she like conscious during that time she was trying to kill us? I wasn't
she
really.
was.
Oh yeah, of course I was.
So you were trying to actively hurt us right now, but you can't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of how things are going right
You
now.
see the body is like shaking against the chains.
Oh, so it's like you're being puppeted remotely, or is it that you like feel like you have to hurt us?
Kind of both.
No, it's like your body is reacting to something.
Yeah, but
Oh, it's really more of like a
Oh.
like a flinching reaction. But like I have no control over it, and it's the thing the squid told me to do.
That's quite
It seems,
terrifying.
it seems to have specifically allowed like your consciousness to like remain surfaced and like you to be able to talk.
Huh.
There a day hasn't passed on this
correct.
No,
Oh,
there was no
thank
days that passed.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Good. Good.
You still have
yeah.
that
I
time
would
limit.
have. I would have really tried to. I would have tried to kill you of my own free will if you had put me asleep for multiple days on this ticking time bomb of a planet. This perpetual mouse trap. This
We've gotta figure out some kind
not
of way
getting stuck in no fucking time loop, man.
we gotta figure out some way to cure you. You got 23 hit points back, by the way.
Is there any form of? I mean, the magic that he wields, is it not from the same source of the Prismats? Perhaps do any of the Prismats study some sort of like anti-magic?
No, I have the song. I don't manipulate colors. I manipulate the rhythm of reality.
Wait, this is Zara speaking?
No.
No, this is the guys.
What
thing.
Al
Oh,
Elizabeth is saying is like the Astrays seem to.
Oh,
have
you're
this-
saying the Astras?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, would Zara know anything about this? Do Prismats have the ability to control people's minds like this? Elizabeth
Zara
will
will
say
say-
concernedly.
Oh, yes. Purple prismats. That's their specialty.
And you can't use purple, can you?
I'm not trained in it.
Why the school? Why you're?
I could
Is there?
try something. I could try to do a ritual. Sometimes the aid of other, well, specifically emotionally bonded people can aid in
How long would it take?
It would take half a day's time.
And how long have we been on this planet?
Several hours already. I don't think we have the time.
Yeah, you've been on this planet for about 4 hours.
Okay. Could we? All right. How long does Elizabeth think it will take us to search this facility and find these pieces?
Make a knowledge. It would be an engineering check.
Yeah.
32.
32. Yeah. You think searching this place, getting the requisite materials, is probably going to take the rest of the day.
The rest of the dang it. Oh man. Well, we have too many. We have a lot of things on our plate, so we have to make sure that Saber stays like that, not killing us, and we also need to get these pieces back and make some progress.
Speaking of Saber, Jack, heal her.
23 hit points.
23 hit points. Okay.
So can we just leave her like this? I mean, it's kind of like she could just talk with us, like could like strap her up to like the spark or something and make sure that she can't get at any like dangerous stuff. I don't know.
Do you think you could just slot her into the cockpit?
Oh, I suppose that actually. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, once.
I feel like that would be the worst place for Saber.
I really don't understand
No.
Don't
understand. It's fine. It's fine. Elizabeth.
Would I try to like fucking kill everyone again, or
Elizabeth scales inside? There's like a foot. There's like a little like footrest on the things that you can vault up. So she like has the cockpit pop open, and she's like she bends over into the cockpit, and she's just like you hear a bunch of like mechanical whirring and like a welding sound somehow, and a big chunk just she just comes out with like a big chunk and drops it on the floor. All right, okay. Yeah, I since it's remote controlled by the exocortex, I suppose there's no and the and its basic motor functions are still retained via its upgrade module. We could it's basically just a hulking piece of metal when I'm not inside of it that can follow me around. So why not just put Saber inside? I could control the locking mechanism. And
I'll tear that shit apart from the inside out.
I guess it is. I mean, you'll still be like wrapped.
You also are still like tied up by chains.
Yeah. You'll still be wrapped up, Saber. It's just that
is there
like you
she
can't
could
run
bite
away.
into, maybe like bolts she could loosen with her teeth?
Man,
I think
I can move my fingers around.
No.
Have, like tape or anything.
He can move. He can move his. Saber can control her head and like mouth.
Okay.
It's just the lower body.
Yeah, it's just everything below the neck.
Targeted dominant person. Wow. I think this works, and it will also be a really. I mean, if she does take anything out, well, then that will be good for the Mark II. Good beta test if you think about it. Elizabeth's got like really
think of it.
Yeah. All right. Initiate playback 72, please. And then the suit will like bend the knee down. And it's like, all right, Ashori, can you help me just turn the back there? Watch your head, Saber. I know you can still control that.
Fuck you! I'm shit.
How tall is Saber actually?
I would put her at like. I don't know, actually.
She's from space, right? So 0
yeah.
growth.
Yeah,
she could either be very like on the taller side or like short and then hunched over and like a micro.
Yeah. Are you taller
what?
Are you taller or shorter than Elizabeth? I say Elizabeth's very like average.
Are you a ratling or are you a fucking?
Are you gnome pilled?
I think Saber would be long and spindly, but she just has such fucking awful posture
Saber posture.
seems like normal. The normal height.
So
All right.
I don't think
Watch
that's
your
physically
head.
possible. Like I am, let's use me as a metric, right? I am just about 6 foot, 5'11" and 3/4. Although I might have grown a quarter inch, I don't know.
No, she's curled over like a fucking
Like a shrimp.
hag.
Like a shrimp.
That's
She has the posture of a fucking shrimp.
Absolutely shrimp-pilled. Okay. Elizabeth
Fucking
will.
shrimp-pilled.
I remember seeing a meme that was like, God, why does my back always hurt? And then, like, literally me, and it was an image of a fucking shrimp in a gamer chair.
Fucking shrimp mud.
And like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Shrimp female.
All right. Saber, you're gonna want to watch your head there. I didn't really make it with anyone else's form in mind. Oh, sorry. She'll like Elizabeth will try to like reach around in there and make some more space, like pushing like loose bits. There you go. All right. I imagine it's not comfortable, but it works.
How fucking tiny are you?
I don't know. I mean, I guess the servos are designed to interface directly with mine, but it doesn't matter. All right. Play
Christ,
back.
I've been in HVAC ducts more spacious than this.
All right. Well, this isn't really. We'll see. Elizabeth will tap something on her exosuit wrist, wrist
As
interface.
it's closing, I imagine it's like, God damn it, where's the fucking leg room?
Yeah. So
beyond all your complaining, I am glad that you're back, Saber. I mean, under control.
Yes, I'd almost missed the constant seething rage in the background of my mind.
Wait, I'm not connected to you guys, right?
Wait, you should be.
No,
But
she's not.
But the constant
Yeah.
complaining helps fill the void.
Huh.
Oh, it's honestly pretty great. Now that I don't have to
I would like everyone
now that
to
you're
roll,
all out of my fucking head,
I'd like to roll.
it's quite wonderful.
I'd like everyone to roll a very easy sense motive check, please. Like we're talking DC 10.
All right, we'll see. I'm not amazing at these.
Let's see. Sense motive.
Oh, just barely.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
no. Yeah, just barely.
Okay. Can we get one from Zoss as well?
I'm doing it. Give me a second. There you go. 24.
Okay, so in that case, Zara is the only one who isn't able to tell that Ajori is joking.
Oh.
About the seething hatred?
Yeah, about almost missing the seething hatred and, all that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is me not having to be inside your head is probably a delight.
All right.
all
Elizabeth
honesty,
will. Sorry.
In all honesty, it is a little lonely.
Yeah.
Though you could stand to improve your mood.
It's
it's
fucking clear right now.
I think Saber's just misunderstood.
That's definitely not true. I think we all understand her very well. She seems pretty simple.
I don't know. I mean, I've known her as long as you, and
She
Something's
seems
going on.
she seems like a spiteful little ball of hatred.
I wouldn't go that far.
You've had her in your head, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, maybe it's just like a matter of perspective, right? I mean, having Ajori and Zos and your voice inside my head all the time. Just one of them. Everyone else is so like full of emotions and determined purpose that she just sticks out like a sore thumb by contrast. Huh?
Well, I miss her. I mean, hatred can be a useful emotion. I have hatred, and you feel it like she's like showing something she normally It's like this burning like ocean.
Election 80. What role voters more? Kill the bastards.
Kill the bastards.
The entire family.
Elizabeth like noticeably shiver.
I know hatred. It's good to have someone else who also does. Even if the people she hates are, well, not always the best people for people to hate. We should search.
Yes. Yes, let's do that.
Elizabeth will show the schematics of all of the pieces that we need once more, and we can all start spreading out and looking around.
Is there any scenes that anyone wants to have, or can we skip past?
I think we've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we've done a lot of RP, but what Ajori will do while other people are like searching around is make like an easy like how-to users manual for the computer terminals for the next day, the next time these guys have a loop. As well as like just a short brief explanation of what's going on.
Okay.
And he'll also say, since only living things are affected by the loop, it should be possible to, now that you're aware of it, keep a log for yourself so that you can keep track of what you've done. You're still...
Oh wait, it's not only living things. I was wrong. It's data and like data storage is also.
Yeah, because if that was the case, then the scientist
The
wouldn't have had to offload the server.
It seems to be any recordings that humans make are resetting.
Okay, then
That's kind of creepy,
Ajori wouldn't say that, but he would say there's a system that was set up to allow people here to make records for themselves. Part of what we're trying to do is get that system back online, and when we do, I'll make sure to come back here, and although we'll have to go through a lot of the explanations again, hopefully we'll be able to set you up with it as well. There might be a steep learning curve, advanced technology and all, but it will at least allow you to try to live as normal a life here as you can.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, this is above and beyond.
So, yeah, that is my scene.
All right. As Elizabeth is like overturning stuff and like disconnecting old pieces of equipment and wires and picking other things she feels like would be tangentially useful, she'll randomly call out, hey Saber, how's the environmental regulation inside that suit? Too hot, too warm? I can change it remotely.
How is it actually? Gabe, I'm asking. God, what is it actually like in here?
God says,
It's nice.
yeah, it's nice, probably.
I assume I'm bound with
pleasant
chains.
73
Is
degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. In my mind, I imagine just being cocooned in duct tape as being the most efficient way, and for some reason, I imagine getting really fast. But chains.
Oh, it would.
Oh yeah. Being cocooned in plastic might get a little toasty. Yeah, it's good in here. It's very, very, very good in here.
And actually, you're struggling against the chains. Does hurt, so I will give you another. Ooh.
Oh. I have to move my thing over to the 18.
18. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you need. I think you need. Yeah, you need a 17 on the die or higher.
Yeah, I
Oh,
figured it'd be 19.
It's 18. I'm wrong. It's 18.
Okay, 18 or higher on the die. Okay.
Doll's voice will pulse inside of the suit.
God, it's really, really refreshing to have like a clear mind. It's really something else. I miss it so much, man.
Oh, well, that's great, Saber. Just chirp up if you need anything. And Elizabeth will resume pulling a component out of a wall. But yeah, I think that'll be everything.
Yeah, can you take my little my what the fuck do we call things in this?
Comlink, comm unit.
My comm thing and open up Three Kingdoms 2011 episode 7 for me. I can't really reach that.
Elizabeth will go back. Wait. Did we confiscate your comm unit as well, or is it still on your person?
Well,
Not like
I don't
I'm
have the
the
ability to manipulate it at all.
Okay.
So if you just put the TV on for me,
All right.
that would be really something.
Doll will load up a video player on the inside of the cockpit and start playing your episode.
Cow.
uh,
You trolling.
okay. You guys finish up with the search, gather the materials necessary, and you prepare to leave. These two say goodbye. And as you're walking out towards the speeder you took here, you see a creature approaching through the snow. It is covered in furs and walks with a loping gait. It seems to be about Ajori's size, and peeking out from the furs is a scaled snout.
I think that's one of the hungry natives we heard about.
Yes. Oh, dang it! I don't think I wrote down their names. I feel kind of dumb for not being thorough enough.
It's okay, Al. You
Well,
made
it's the
yourself the
Manatwa.
dedicated note taker.
See, if I'm the dedicated note taker, I'm not doing good enough
I know,
job.
but
on
I'm
this.
saying you made yourself that. None of us asked you to be, so we don't begrudge you for not being it.
They named them Manatwa. That's what
Manafwa. Manatwa or Manafwa?
Manatwa.
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 Yeah.
They have their own language that we can't speak, right?
Yeah, as far as you understand.
Yeah. Well,
And this one approaches you all, and there's this like low growl, and you see it like pulls off one of the furs that covers its face, and you see a crocodile head poking out.
can I make a sense motive to see if it's like this is a hostile growl or a warning growl or a greeting growl?
You can make a sense motive check.
It's probably not good enough. At least not good enough to avoid the surprise round. We're definitely going to have sprung on us.
Could I? Is
you
it
can't really
possible for
read
me
these.
to activate the scream?
No, you're in the machine.
Also, no, you could, but it isn't. The surprise round has not started yet. When it does, you will be able to. This creature looks over you all, and Ben, Ajori just like does not has never interacted with this type of creature. So, just, too many degrees of separation, and it says something. Like there's a pattern to the words that you hear.
Can I make any sort of check to try and figure out what it's trying to say? I assume not.
It pokes a long, gnarled wooden staff at you, Ajori, and says, Jamakari Manatwa Atari. And it gestures,
What kind of gesture?
pointing past the mountains.
Perhaps it wants us to go in that direction? I'll say to the rest of the group. Or me specifically.
Oh,
You see Carver pokes his head out.
Oh yes.
And
You too, I'll call back. Do you have any way of communicating with these Manatwa? Were they here back when you were?
I mean, yeah, they were there. I mean, they were among us, but I don't speak their tongue, and they're pretty isolationist.
Damn it. Well, this one seems to want something with me.
Plus, sometimes they eat us when we try and talk to them.
Yes, so we've heard.
He taps the solid stone and he says, Jamatari, Manatwa Atari. And he points again over the mountains.
Can I...
And then he points at your companions and says, Jamuka-san. And then he points to his mouth.
I see. So he's saying he wants to eat... I think he's saying he wants to eat you a lot. I will just... like, when he does that, I will pull out my big pencil lead and just plonk it on the ground. Like, you know, trying to show through action and body language, like, you do that, we fight.
He looks at the pencil lead for a moment. And he looks at you. And then he sort of like shrugs his massive reptilian shoulders.
Let's see. So what is the relation between the direction he's pointing and the direction that we want to go? Opposite?
No, they're the same direction.
Okay. We're heading in that direction anyway. So
oh yeah, were we supposed to? So, quick question. So we had Goran Hardy fly us over. Did he head back?
He
We
did.
have to.
No, he never
He
went left
lent
with you. He
us the
programmed the
taxi.
directions and sent you.
Yeah.
Via
Oh, so we
autopilot.
used his
His
ship, so
vehicle.
he's not physically with us. So we need to get back to the ship. We don't want to. If we walk with this guy in the same direction, we're going to be risk being stranded out here.
He says, Jimanatari, and then he points over the mountain. He says, song.
Oh,
Ajori's chitinous non-eyebrows will raise at that. And he'll turn to the rest of the group and say, there's no real range limit on the bond, right?
the empathic bond.
Yeah.
You mean like Zara?
Yeah. I'm mostly talking to
Zara would nod. Yeah.
And that,
You get less discernible and less effective on us, but
even so,
There's... I don't want to pass up this chance at learning something.
You should go with one of us.
Yes, but... I'll take Elizabeth. She seems like the best candidate for being able to know things. Elizabeth, can you have your giant mech suit thing follow the rest of the group, or would it have to come with us?
Oh, I need to check that again. Let's see here. I'm fairly certain it has to follow me. I could be wrong about that.
In that case, I suppose we'll also be taking
Perhaps.
Saber.
Perhaps you should take Zos.
Zos as well,
Right.
yes. Zos instead of Elizabeth, and Saber I suppose would work, but Ben doesn't want to get
Saber.
Olin's character involved in something while Olin isn't here.
Well, maybe, if I may, perhaps we will not bother with that today, then.
Ah, yes, that would work as an option. Yes, okay.
Also, I do think Zos would probably be more interested in this
yeah,
as a character than Elizabeth is, because Elizabeth is more about technology
yeah,
and magic.
well, it really was like Zos was the first one I thought of, but it was like Olin's not here. So yeah, in that case, yeah, I will head on over to like I will like walk over a bit to Elizabeth, and I will say, please, no matter what, don't get killed by Saber. I know I know that Zos was the main reason that we were able to take her down when she went berserk on us. And I'm going to be taking him along with me for this, so please don't let her out of the walking metal box.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that just fine. Promise.
Even if you end up in combat, I don't think it's safe for you to be in there with her as well.
Oh, like, logistically speaking, I don't even know if that would work. But, yes, I understand.
Thank you. I would hate for me and Zos going to find information being the thing that puts you and Zara in danger.
Yeah, don't worry about us. I'm more worried about you. You're going out to this unknown place, and I mean, he pointed at his mouth, like.
Well, that's part of why I want Zos to come with me.
I suppose, but yeah, we
and
can.
I do seem to work quite well together in a fight.
That's true, but yeah, of course, with the caveat that we can always come and
yes.
well, we can come and pick you up back on the ship.
Yes, and if anything goes wrong, well, thanks to the bond, we'll know. And you'll know if it happens to us. Just...
Okay.
If you are in danger, please try your best to be very, very afraid. As I should hope is the normal reaction, but we should be able to feel that fear, and we will know that something is wrong.
Of course. All right. But you and Elizabeth will like put a finger up to Azori's carapace. Better take your own advice and be careful, okay?
That's the plan. All right.
All right. Then we got ourselves a deal.
Safe travels.
Yeah, same to you. And she'll return to like the hauling process of all the material.
We split the party! Yay!
Yeah. Zara will walk up and give you both a kiss on the cheek and say goodbye.
Arms. Bye.
All right.
Okay. Party split.
And I think that's where we'll call it.
Oh, that was a short one.
It was a short one because Olin's not here.
Yeah. With me removed from it, it's literally like 2 people now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
you're
could-
literally just like in a box.
Here's the thing, Gabe.
I'm
Like,
chained
we
up
could
watching.
we could take this time to resolve like what's going to happen on their side of things.
We could take that time, but I'm not going to.
Okay, I was supposed to ask.
All right.
That is fair.
All right.
But,
I guess we're calling it early then.
Yep.
That'll
I mean,
also
it is-
make it easier on Olin because I'm going to send him the VOD so he knows what happened.
Oh god, he's gonna know. He's gonna learn about this shit show. If anything, I'd rather him come in blind.
Look, there was a lot of important lore dump in this session. Plus, his
That's
character
true.
has just been signed up for a 2-man potential suicide expedition. So
Oh,
I
God,
should
I hope
think
it's not a
he'd
suicide
want to
mission.
know.
It's a suicide mission if that thing decides to eat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, one of the least fighty people is his backup, basically. Like, if he
Yeah.
gets incapacitated, he's as good as dead.
It's fun. It's fun.
All right. In that case, guess we're calling it here.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just feel bad because the that incredibly powerful mind control spell just made Saber so
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Sometimes you
Hate
just
the
need to be
Antichrist.
put in a box. I
Hey,
fucking
you should kill your friends.
for literally like I was in this game and I got this thing called demon fever, or maybe it's something else. I can't remember. There's a disease in Pathfinder that fucking staggers you for like a month. I was staggered for a month in Pathfinder in my fucking Dark Moon Veil game. And we kept having things that would interrupt me from like going to another place and like getting some healing.
Oh god. I
Like,
mean, at
remove
least it didn't
disease or
kill
something?
you.
And then we finally fucking I also had like 6 dex drain for that whole time as well.
Oh.
And eventually we essentially had to sell our souls to like this cult of werewolf killers that we weren't big fans of because we were allied with the werewolves of the area. Really fucked me up. Had to go hunt down some werewolves and pretend to actually try and kill them.
So,
Well,
that's fucked up.
There we go.
That sounds incredibly fun.
Hunting down werewolves and pretending not to kill them.
Pretending to kill them, yeah.
Mhm.
While staggered for months.
Yeah, it was.
I love being perpetually CC'd.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Pathfinder, Starfinder, Paizo games are not nice. They're very mean.
no.
Like in 5e, you'll die, but like then you get to play a new character. In Pathfinder, you'll get like debilitated for like
you
4
you don't
years.
Tilted in a
die.
wheelchair
You
for a
just
couple
wish
of
you were
years.
dead so you could actually play.
My friend Chris, who's in Noah's games, he had a character in the Strange Aeons game that I'm in, and he had 3 negative levels for half of a book.
Oh my
Oh.
lord.
My lord.
3.
This is why I would advocate doing what I did with Harold and the Scout. Have a backup character just in case if a character is like needs to be in the hospital for 6 months.
Yeah. That's how I personally like I would allow people I specifically have talked about this in a company that I is like you can play a different character for a little while and like have a character be like in the back burner, like doing something else that's outside of the game. But nobody takes me up on it. They're always like, no, I just really want to play this one character.
Bruh. My God.
Which, I mean, is good. It's probably the best way to do things roleplay-wise. Have one person that you're inhabiting.
All right.
Mhm.
The gaming laptop memes are fucking hilarious.
Indeed, they are. They're so true.
At least it's
At least
though.
this is full.
It is portable.
It do be portable.
I just have a laptop, not a gaming laptop. Just a laptop.
Neither gaming nor laptop. Wow. Well, that was fun. Thanks for doing a session given the circumstances. Question: do we have a plan on doing it next week? Because
Y'all got finals?
Yeah, I have finals. I don't think so. Probably not.
All right, y'all heard it here first. No Prismatica next week. Yay!
no. Yeah,
I'm not as far prepped ahead in this game as my Pathfinder game.
I see.
Mostly because I honestly don't fucking know where this game is going exactly. I know, like, the direct.
I've got a bit of that feeling. Yeah.
I know, like,
curious,
the direct.
is it possible to remove people from the time loop? Like, take the shut-in guy with us?
So
yeah, they just.
But you might be able to if you fucking kill them.
Yeah. My understanding of it is, like, even if they try to leave, like, once it gets back to the start of the day on the ring world, they zoop back to where they were at the start of the day.
That is true.
That is weird.
You kill them, they come back. You take them
No.
off, they go back.
That's not true. If you kill them, they don't come back.
They don't come back. Oh, okay. Well, there's a very easy answer to our problem.
Yeah.
Wait,
killing
them.
We kill them, then we have
kill everyone.
revive them.
But you don't have any like way to revive them reliable.
Yeah, doesn't what's that like prismat bullshit that you could just like and then magic
that's
people
not reliable. But
yeah, that's the soft magic portion of this world is Zara.
Yeah. No, we kill everyone, download their brain patterns, and then make them new android bodies. There we go, job done.
Oh well.
They're not in the time loop anymore. They're free.
Which is more preferable? Is the philosophical question, right?
I mean,
I think the
Stellaris player, they will say, always go robots, materialist is busted.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the philosophical question of what does it mean to exist?
Let's talk better. This is the let's talk better mileage.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Which one gives 20% to production to all jobs? Sorry, objectively the better option.
Yeah. You know, I get it. Flavor-wise, they don't have souls anymore, but numbers.
Bro. Did you see that stability though?
Governing I think the most 100%. Yes, please. I want all my people to completely agree with the form of government we have.
I find it kind of fucked up that synthetic evolution makes everybody materialist. Because I can understand like does that just mean that like all of your like preconceptions and like beliefs just change because you're a robot?
Well, I mean, obviously it's hard coded into the robots.
Well, exactly. It's like at that point it'd be like this whole like moral thing of
let us not forget that, like, game mechanics wise, authoritarian and materialist are aligned, while egalitarian and spiritualist are aligned.
It's weird. It's weird because like there is something very strange about doing an entire like essentially forced integration into the machine. Yes. Because once you do that, everybody in your empire becomes machines, and you have the option to set specific species to conversion, which forcibly transforms everyone of that species into robots.
To be
and
fair,
then they
Wait,
would-
so you can't be an egalitarian materialist?
no, you can.
No, you can.
but-
It's just
You
that they're.
can.
I mean, they're
So-
close to each other on the
Suboptimal.
Yeah.
suboptimal.
Suboptimal.
So, like, spiritualist spiritualists rely very heavily on unity. Egalitarian gives you bonus unity from factions.
Ah.
So
Yeah, I mean, like, it's. I wouldn't say it's a very strong connection. What Ben's referring to is that they're close to each other on the wheel, but like
well,
not
no,
really.
I am referring to the fact that because here's the other thing, right? Authoritarian is with the bonuses to influence is good for playing wide.
Uh-huh.
You can also, conquer places and very easily just subdue stuff. So, like, the
Why
place...
the fuck is your name that? I just looked at your name.
because
Yeah,
I
what
have
the fuck
seasonal
is
allergies.
Oh, because they're coming
my
on.
lord, what
Yes.
My good lord, what is happening in there? I was like, I got really. I was like thinking about this for a second.
Look
I was
at my
like,
status, Al.
I'm taking.
What?
I'm dead.
Oh my god, you got like the shit filled out. Like, oh my god, you got so much. You got an about
Radio
me.
operator, overworked tutor, gamer, streamer, cat lover.
My
all these
fucking
things.
my note is A. A.
Yeah, I am.
What you know about rolling?
Y'all know how I always have like my
What you know
pithy, witty
about
short
rolling?
descriptions of my character abilities in Pathfinder.
Ah, yes.
That made me discover my love of writing short, pithy, witty things. Sometimes long, pithy, witty things. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed the description in RPG only chat.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's true. So that was you.
Yes, that was me writing, like, spending
Raunchy
half an hour,
pastel goths.
spending
What?
half an hour coming up with every vaguely understandable phrase that could be boiled down to RPG.
Realizing people get off on some really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
It's easier to roll.
Creating a ridiculous line of NFTs for personal gain.
Yes. What was I gonna
Rejecting
say?
posts critical of gnomes. Rioting against
Yeah.
certain lore decisions in Pathfinder because homebrew is generally better.
If Pathfinder lore is so good,
Dark Heresy
then
First
why
Edition is
there-
usually better.
If Pathfinder lore is so good, then why is there a Pathfinder 2? Can you explain that one to me?
It's the same fucking lore. What are you talking about?
It's
Oh, yeah.
so because
Literally
it was so
it's the
good.
one thing that they
Somebody
didn't
can't
change.
read.
It's the
It's
one
the
thing
same
they didn't
thing.
change,
It's like
dude.
Morbius too. If
It's the
Morbius
one
was
thing
so
that they
bad,
didn't change.
why would
One
they be
thing.
making a Morbius too?
They didn't change one thing.
They turned goblins into playable races by default into a core race. Goblin
Not
retcon.
funny.
They changed. They
What the fuck are you
made
talking? Goblins
they
were
made-
always playable if you
well,
weren't
like
playing
it's
in
like a
Pathfinder
core
style.
race instead of an uncommon one.
Well, fucking were uncommon until they started like actually
Change
industrializing.
the lore. It's fucking destroyed.
It followed a progression
The
from the lore in the
continuity.
first.
The continuity
continuity
is there,
continued.
guys. The continuity.
Because
ascribe
the
to goblin
first
continuity?
goblin nation state was formed during first edition's run.
Yes, but it's path.
During
they-
Iron Fang invasion.
So what you're saying is that there was a period in time during Pathfinder First Edition where the lore was one way, and then during Pathfinder Second Edition there was lore that was another way. It's like a
No,
change.
it's the fucking
Gabe, breathe. Al,
I'm
shut
sorry.
up. Gabe,
I'm
breathe.
sorry.
Al,
does
shut up.
a thing change?
Does the thing change?
Does
I don't
the thing
know.
change? Does the
No.
thing change? No,
I don't-
nothing changed.
That's a good question, actually. Does a thing
War never
so
changes.
your time loop world? I'm very interested in the time loop mechanics of your world, Gabe. Like
I really
when
hope
we,
you're
like-
not too interested because it does not hold up to scrutiny.
we're going
No,
to
it does.
Elizabeth
It's
will
magic.
hold a science experiment where nobody will. Well, we're gonna observe from orbit, ring orbit, if everybody does the exact same thing every single day, or if it's like, are we coded or is free will an illusion? Like that's like the first question with every
Well,
time loop situation.
different things would happen, but it's because the physical environment has changed,
Yeah.
as well as like the patterns in the stars. Like there's 1,000 things that can affect it.
But could you bring somebody into a situation that could be like artificially maintained to not change, and then would they act the same way?
I'd say
It's a
for
good
most,
question.
I'd say it, like, if they are exactly the same going into it, and the situation is exactly the same as they go into it, then yes, of course they would do things the same.
Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily.
That would be the answer that I would give.
Like,
Okay,
it's
okay,
not
yeah.
in contradiction of free will necessarily. It's just that, like, when you are in a specific situation, you will make certain choices, and
Well,
what
there's-
those choices will be for you won't change.
But like you
if that
always
situation doesn't change.
you always make the same. You always make like a value judgment, and you could assign the same values and like numerical values to any individual decision. But if posed with the
Al,
exact same set of
this does all apply in economic terms.
God damn, this ended too fucking early. I don't know what to fucking do. My whole plans are fucked now.
Dota?
who complain about gatekeeping.
Dota?
Very wise.
This fucking this session
I
got
mean-
acted unwise.
That's not true, though.
Are
Would you say
Like,
that you're
it's
complaining about this?
factually false.
All right. Sorry, Gabe. You're being gatekept from this meme. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand. I'm saying like you really get
You know what?
Jack's
You know what?
sense of humor.
Fuck you guys. I'm gatekeeping you from the meme.
No. Yeah. No, I think. Yeah. Anyways, bringing it back to topic of discussion.
Race.
I still think it's fucked up. I still think the materialist is fucked up. Like, you turn everybody robots, and then they just so happen to all have like the
posting an RPG only chat seems very, very haram.
What?
I must say,
Extremely haram.
this is
Dota?
extremely not.
What is this?
Not halal. Not
Mr.
halal.
Teeth?
This is the wrong channel. I will ask you to cease this before deleting these posts.
Cease your assault on our minds.
Remove these posts, please, or I will do it for you.
The Rooster Teeth bit, that was in response to Saber being, like, Jack talking about Saber being duct taped. Because, yeah, hanging with Lil J.
No, I'm talking about the Dota posting.
Oh.
That is absolutely completely inappropriate.
Dota posting must not be allowed.
Okay.
What
There
the
we
hell
go.
is
It's gone.
Twitch even
All
doing?
MOBA posting is forbidden.
Yes, it's
MOBAs are
any
haram.
posting of MOBAs is banned from RPG Chat and all of Snake
is
Mountain.
That
Wait a
is not
second.
true.
Debatable.
We're
It
all-
can be made true.
We're all mods,
Make it-
Gabe.
Okay, we gotta come together. We gotta come together on this one.
The grand social experiment, the Discord server where everyone is mod.
We can't allow MOBAs to come into the community and poison it.
MOBAs are coming in.
Yeah, MOBAs
Our
are
kids.
crossing the border, and
Oh,
they're not bringing their best.
They're not bringing.
In fact, it's physically
I mean-
impossible for
It's
MOBAs to be the
impossible
best.
for them to bring their best because they're all awful.
They
Yeah,
are just
honestly, that's
fundamentally
pretty true.
terrible.
I can't lie.
Dota.
I'm really
played-
happy I
I
was at least able to come
The
up
only,
with a good
the only
game this
acceptable interest in League of Legends is
SFM
interest in
porn.
Arcane.
I
Oh,
mean,
like,
never mind.
It's story.
Arcane.
Like,
Did you just say SFM porn?
no?
Say SFM porn.
So the only thing I think is good about League of Legends is its story.
League of Legends
Source
source filmmaker.
So
Source
yes,
filmmaker.
I have always been very frustrated with League from what I've seen of it, because somehow it manages to be an even more toxic community than Dota somehow. But also, like, it's got a good story. Then they fucking retconned half of it. And then they, like, well, not even an end then, but like the whole time, you know, there's this great story, but also like half of it is just an excuse to like have all the female characters in ridiculously skimpy outfits.
You breathe source good.
Yes.
You know what? You know what's fucked up?
What?
Yes. Tell me anyways.
The guys aren't in skimpy outfits.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
you're
want-
gonna have characters in sexy outfits, at least have it be equal opportunity sexiness.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting, right? I
Give me
feel
some
like
bulges. Give me some
This is like-
bulges. That's all I'm saying.
is like just I'm not like just thinking about it, right? If the whole point of overtly like over the top character designs, borderline problematic character designs is like empowerment, right, for the male gamer. So what does the male gamer want? They want the sexy women and the powerful men. That's how you get the situations that we're in. Whereas like I don't know.
I wanna mix.
First mistake. You're playing fucking. Oh my
I want
god.
a mix of hot.
Oh my god.
Hot.
Holy shit. I'm fucking. I'm putting it in anime because.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Always,
Oh my fuck.
Oh,
the fuck?
They like
no.
fucking took Tsukihime, the remake of the visual novel,
okay.
and then
So,
they just.
This causes me pain.
if we get to ban Dota,
Can we ban visual
Yo,
novels as
Ori!
well?
Check this out!
Can we